And it would be in your best interest to write down some clear notes here. Because there are some things we'll talk about today that you probably didn't know, and I'll ask on quizzes, and you'll want to be able to look them up there. First thing, I'm sure you already know how to do addition. We'll get a little bit of that. Sure. Do you see the little thing? Just slide the thing to turn it off or whatever it is. Yeah, it may have already. Alright, so let's say you've got a problem here. 6 plus 5 is 11. Let's just name these parts. When you have an addition problem, the two things that get added together are called the addends. We don't refer to them very often as that, but in the math world, you kind of got to talk like the math people do. 6 and 5 are the addends, and the answer to an addition problem is called the sum. That one you hear quite a bit. Matter of fact, a little bulletin board back there says math is some good stuff. Okay? Some good stuff. Now, with that being said, you need to take out another blank piece of paper. We will probably come back to adding, so don't put that one away yet. On top of this one, write the words commutative property. Have we gone in 5th grade today, Mrs. Molly? Fifth grade, in math, there are certain what we call properties, which are things that you do with math problems that you don't really realize you're doing, but you get to do them anyways. Today we're going to talk about one of them. One of them is the commutative property, and the commutative property, you probably don't, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, comes from the root word commute. And commute, maybe your parents, sometimes we say they commute to work, which means they don't work from home, they drive to their little workplaces. Probably a lot of your parents do that. The word commute means to move. Okay? And the commutative property, when you talk about it with addition, is a good one for you because it is the reason that if you have this addition problem, 7 plus 5, wait, I'm going to rewrite that, sorry. 5 plus 3. If you were doing that problem, I'll bet your teachers have taught you, rather than doing 7 plus 5 is 12 and then adding 3 to it, what are you always told to do when you're adding long lists of numbers together? What's the easiest way to do it? Sam? Find groups of 10. And the commutative property is what lets you say, I can take this, let me see if I can move this 7. I can move this 3, instead of keeping it at the end, I can move the 3 there and add it first. I'm not going to get my plus signs to work very well here. Wow, amazing. It would be here. I can do this probably. And move the 5 there. The commutative property of addition says that you can move numbers so that it makes it easier for you to add. So instead of doing 7 plus 5 is 12 and adding 3 to get 15, you can group in groups of 10. Say 7 plus 3 is 10, and then add the 5 to get 15. 15 would actually come up there. I'm not sure why it's getting more goofy there. And that's what you're going to want to do. If you're given a long list of numbers, let's say it's 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. Usually we don't put this stuff here. Okay. You don't have to rewrite it to move it, but you can say, a lot of times I see people, wow, every now and then my thing gets a little crazy. You can group these two together and get 10, right? And group these two together and get 10, and then add 10 plus 10 and get 20. But just so you know, it is this property here that lets you do that. Unless you think that's not important, you cannot do that with subtraction always. We'll talk about that later. Commutative property doesn't work with subtraction. It sometimes does, but it doesn't always work with subtraction. So, got that? So when I ask you what the commutative property is, you are going to say it is what lets you, move numbers in addition. You probably should highlight that. Lets you move numbers in addition. Got that? Perfect. Now you need to take out another blank piece of paper.